Hey, yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Mindless Maturity. Hey, man, welcome to another episode of Cambo Greens, man. We about to get it in tonight. Hey, the top of the night, man. I had to pop it in. The big homie I had some requests, so I definitely want to get it in and have this discussion tonight. Hey, the night discussions about fatherhood, man. This is the topic for the night. But before we even get into discussing this topic of shit, I got to do some promoting. You know what I'm saying? I gotta promote stuff, man. I gotta support the brand. First thing we're gonna talk about is the massage oil, man. I'm selling it 32 ounces. You get it for 25 on the website. The website is at the bottom, mindlessmaturity.com, as well as we got the hemp flour. I'm selling 4 grams for 15. Some good stuff. It helps with anxiety, etc., etc. And the next one we got is the essential oil, 2 ounces. We selling that also for 15. Hey, the stuff is all about healing. It helps with your process through your day-to-day life, especially us adults that have stressful lives. This is one of the best ways to do it without going to jail or getting a heart attack, you know what I'm saying, or having any kind of issues with your lungs. This is the way to go. So hey, I wanted to keep that quick, simple, straight to the point before we touch down and hit this topic. So let's get at it. The topic for the night is what women need to know when it comes to about fatherhood. I feel like this is going to be um, needed. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a lot of people actually have these type of discussions when it comes to parenting. And I feel like it needs to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to my marriage and other people's marriages, I don't see a lot of people having these type of conversations. It's some people actually just go with the motions of things, and I don't feel like that is fair to the kids. You know what I'm saying? So, what we need to kind of focus on when it comes to the little ones, these are the type of things that each partner need to understand about each other when it comes to the process of going through these things mentally, physically. When you parenting, it's a job, just like when you go to a job or you go to a career. Not only is it a job, but it's a job to where you don't clock out. That's what makes this job actually you put in more work in versus the job that you have. You put way more work in this situation. So when it comes to that, man, we gotta look at on the man's point of view, because at the end of the day, I don't understand the mother's point of view, but I do understand a man's point of view, and I want to present and have this voice for men to kind of discuss and point out things that mothers need to evaluate. Now, I'm gonna throw this disclaimer out there. All right, I'm not talking about males, okay? I'm not talking about baby daddies. I'm not talking about irresponsible people. I'm talking about men, and I'm talking about fathers. There's a difference between a father and a dad. Okay, there's a difference between a male and a man. Manhood is the process and the journey of a man that has been deemed a man, as well as fatherhood is a journey of a father that has been deemed a father through the process of the actions of the stuff that he's do within the realms of making decisions and doing things with their kids. Dad and fathering not the same. So let's make sure we have that understood when I go down this discussion about things you need to know about fatherhood. That's why I made sure I titled this properly so we can have an understanding. When I say fatherhood, I ain't say daddy or baby daddy or whatever. Fatherhood. It's a journey. And it's a journey that takes a lot of work involved into mastering that, you know what I'm saying, to mastering it. So let's dive into it. One of the first things that I want to feel like people need to understand is it it comes with a lot of anxiety, a whole lot of anxiety. Um, and people, I want you like, okay, we get it. No, you don't. What I mean by this is like we are our brains once we even find out, okay, a little one's coming in place, we are freaking going crazy. I mean, our brain is on, I got to get this done. I got to prepare for this. I got to make sure this is taken care of. I need to make all this shit done within 24 hours. That's what's happening in our brain. Even though we know, like, you got like 9 months before the baby or 8 months before the baby get here. But once we know something is happening, our brain is on like cuckoo land of things that we need to do. And we know that we can't get it done in like 24 hours, but our brain is racing at that moment of secure, stability, protect. And that's how our brain is. And not only that, but like even for me, it's crazy, but it's like the whole anxiety of make sure you holding them right, make sure you put them in the car right, like the anxiety of driving and not wrecking, you know what I'm saying? Like the anxiety of all this shit that ain't even happening yet is like processing through your heads month to month to month to month. And the whole like I say, even with the provider mode, it's like you start preparing and planning for shit like 5, 10, 15, 20 years ahead. You're thinking about like the like what you're going to be able to pass down, and you know what I'm saying, the lineage and all that stuff. Like these are the things when it comes to men and men that are becoming fathers or going through fatherhood. This is our daily paranoia. You know what I'm saying? Like we go through some extreme anxieties, and that's why a lot of us, a lot of them go drive to drinking, a lot of them drive to smoking. I mean, I'm one of them. Like I'm just now starting to not even smoke a lot no more, but like man, man, just the thought, man, had me smoking all damn night. Like I be just smoking, man. Like trying to slow down the processes of my thoughts of the things that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? And it can take, hey, what's good? And to process that, man. Uh I think like the mothers gotta sometimes let up on the men on that, because they don't really like, we get, okay, you know, you're carrying in the stuff that you're going through. But it's like sometimes I think they get lost in what they're going through and not truly understanding what is really going on in the man head as well during this whole process. And it's a lot, because once again, that man, he's the leader. He want to make sure everything goes right. He want to make sure nothing goes wrong. He is, I'm telling you, men lose lots of sleep thinking about this stuff all night. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta understand, the man, he's thinking about this all night. He goes to work. While he's at work, he got to deal with the work stuff as well as this stuff going around in his head all day. You know what I'm saying? Then he comes home. Then he's got to make sure the home is taken care of. You know, to make sure you're good. And this, like, not just the physical beat up that he has to do on his daily life, but the mental abuse that he is going through night and day, from home to work to dealing with like customers and dealing with everyday people in the world. And you know what I'm saying? I don't think people appreciate the mental stability and emotional balance that a man has to have going through this transition of life. It's a lot, especially for a man that gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for a man, well, it's easier for a male that doesn't care. It's easier for a male that doesn't care to go through this process pretty easy, because as a male, you don't understand leadership. You don't understand protection. You don't understand providing, creating stability. You don't understand those things. You don't have the reliability button to push, you know what I'm saying, at a given time, regardless of what time of the day or what situation you're in. But when a man that is in that mindset and have those things, trust me, he's going through a lot mentally and all that. That's why I always say, you know, the Most High, he makes no mistakes, because he created a man to not to have that much emotion. Because if a man has so much emotion based off of the stuff that goes on his head on a day-to-day basis, he will fuck kill himself. He will go crazy. He will crack. He will fold completely. You have to be a solid, firm, lack of emotion type of man to be able to encounter and deal with the mental battle and the physical battle that he has to go through every day, especially in the transition of becoming a father and being a father. It's a hell of a ride, and you got to be firm, and you got to have some goddamn, like, you can't be weak at it, not even a little bit, or you will fold in every way. And guess what? There is nobody gonna be there to pat you on the back and say it's okay. There is not. That's just the reality about being a father, and that's the thing that, like, mothers, you got to be able to appreciate your man when it comes to that, because trust me, I'm telling you, while he's rubbing your feet, or rub his back, rub his feet, be there for him as well, because he might not be carrying the life, but he got the stuff going on in his head of how he's gonna be able to have to maintain that life when it comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going through 9 months, and once them 9 months or 8 months or 7 months or however it is, that man got to deal with 18 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hell of a mindset to prepare for. It's a lot. Um, so yeah, we gotta get that more of an understanding, man. Men are going through a lot of anxiety, a lot, a lot. Even when you might not think he care, or he might have the, you know what I'm saying, the poker face and whatnot. Trust me, he's trying to keep himself together. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to stay sane. He's not just because you don't see him, you know what I'm saying, like, panicking and crying, stuff like that. That's he's not going to do all those things, because soon as he start breaking down and doing all those things, like, it's going to be hard for him to recuperate from those kind of through those transition and phases of his life. He's got to stay firm and press on. You know what I'm saying? He's got to press on. Like I said, I can even open up on my end. Like, I lost two very close people in my lives, and literally, as I lost those two close people in my life, we found out we got one on the way. And I didn't even really have time to, like, process and grieve and really get myself together on the individual side of the game for the losses that I had. You know what I'm saying? And really just kind of like, just, you know what I'm saying, escape life. I didn't have time for that. Like, literally, I had to go into, hey, gotta start preparing for little man. I gotta start doing this. I gotta start doing that. And I never had that time to really get myself together on that time, on that scope. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? That's just a part of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's part of the game. It's part of life. As a man, you got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's gonna give me no time out time. Like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, as an individual, as a man, like, okay, like, once the smoke clears, you know what I'm saying, I will take some time to myself. But right now, I knew I won't be able to do that right now. I gotta get it going, because guess what? Time doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Time doesn't stop. So, actually, speaking of time, let's switch gears to the next topic. And the next topic is time to think and plan. Like, timing to think and plan is essential. The time to think and plan is very essential. Hey, I'm about to bounce my big homie on real quick. Hey, what's good, my brother?
Hey, Carla, how you doing,
Can you
man?
hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Man, you are in the background real bad. Hold on. Maybe it's my speaker. Say something now.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you are, like, are you on speaker or Bluetooth? Yeah, if you're on speaker or Bluetooth, that's gonna kill you right there.
Yeah, can
Say
you hear me
something.
now?
Yeah, I say I hear you much better.
I can't hear you at all now, cousin.
Can you hear me now?
Let me see.
Can you hear me now?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah,
Hello.
you hear me? Yeah, I know technology, right?
Okay, there we go.
I
You hear?
yeah, I hear you. You there? Check your audio side, cause I'm telling you, every time like everybody jump on, man, it's something with that audio side. So make sure your audio is checked out on the in the settings. Everything good on the audio side?
You hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah.
you good? Cool.
Oh yeah.
All right, bet. All right, man. I had just got through talking about the anxiety part of fatherhood. You can jump on that real quick if you want to jump on that topic. Give me your input.
You said the anxiety.
Yeah, extreme anxiety. I said one of the things that I don't think women understand when it comes to a man, from the beginning of becoming a father to the process of being a father. I feel like a lot of mothers don't really understand the extreme anxiety that we have.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's definitely anxiety when it comes to. I guess it really all depends on the type of person you are too. But if you're a man and not a boy, I mean, you feel some type of responsibility for the household. You know, for what you've built. So in that case, you know, there is some anxiety. You know, when it comes to, oh man, how am I going to feed this child? How am I going to feed my family? You know, on a regular day, on a regular basis. So you know, it's a scary thought, you know what I mean? Because you're no longer just taking care of yourself, which a lot of us have a hard time doing anyways. You know, we're
Yeah,
taking care of another human being, you know, and then do you throw in a female, you know, who's you know, just makes things a little bit more difficult, you know.
right.
So it is a lot of anxiety because we're taking on the child's anxiety and the wife's anxiety, you know what I mean? So it's a lot to take on as a man, you know. So, shoot, I applaud anybody who does it, and a lot of people do handle it on a regular day basis, easily and flawlessly. So, you know, shout outs to you. You know, y'all do what y'all have to do, which is awesome. So, you know, I would say that yeah, there is anxiety. It's an extreme anxiety for a lot of people. You know, who feel the weight of just taking care of their household on their shoulders. You know what I mean? So.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. Hey, just for I don't think I even said his name, but hey, this is my big homie Deneen, man. He's not a guest. He actually this is my big homie that's actually a part of the show. Man, like he on a hiatus right now. He's getting things in order, getting things in check. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm running with the show until he get things together and we go full force in the near future. But hey, this is my
Oh
big
yeah, man.
homie
I got so
Deneen,
much going
man.
on. Yeah, I got a lot going on, man. A lot going on. I applaud you again for holding it down, but you do a lot too, man. But yeah, shoot, you're a master of a lot of different trades, so you know.
Hey man. Hey man, I got you, my brother. Hey, I run the torch for a little bit, man. It's all love. Hey, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just blessed to have the ability to just like manage life in the most chaotic way. It's crazy. I just know how to I just know how to manage the chaos, man. But let's speak on this topic, which is actually tied on to time. You know what I'm saying? The time to think and plan is so essential. And I think this is one thing that I think mothers really need to understand when it comes to a father. You got to give that man time of isolation so he can sit down, clear his thoughts, and plan things and decide things properly. I feel like we don't they don't understand that to come up with ideas and to come up with things to decide, you gotta come out. It's from nothing to something. You see what I'm saying? Like even gotta think about it, even like with me and you when we started doing this show, like it went from a conversation to man. I even go back and look at some of our old shows where man like this thing it went from talking about you know what I'm saying CBD to man, we got relationships. We talk about politics.
Right.
We talking about parenting, father. Like this wasn't even what we thought about doing. This show was going to be just about CBD, and we made it something more. And that's how manhood, fatherhood is. Like you gotta give that man time to create something out of nothing, and that is not an easy process to do.
No, it's not. No, it is not. But I mean, just us in general, we're not monolithic. We do a lot of different things. We're introduced to a lot of different things, and we're forced to handle a lot of different things too. I mean, which forces us into learning situations. So, shit, it's all a part of life. I mean, and growth. But consistency is key as well. So you got to find some kind of balance on that front.
Right. Yeah. And it takes conversation too. You got to be able to sit down, you know what I'm saying, with your lady and explain those things. You know what I'm saying? You gotta explain it. Um, this kind of ties on to the next part, but I'm not even gonna go into depth. But explain it. You know what I'm saying? Explain it, and you got to explain it again, and you got to explain it again. But as long as you get your information out there to let them know, hey, this is what I'm doing, because I gotta do this. You know what I'm
Yeah, you got to
saying?
be in people's head sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be in your head. You gotta take time to get in your head, decipher things, and just go through the process. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I can sit for 2, 3 hours, man, in the middle of the night. I'll be in the living room just sitting and thinking and going through what ifs in my head. You know what I'm saying? I go through a lot of what ifs and plan accordingly, and I need that time. You know what I'm saying? And it's very important for a mother and a woman that's with somebody. You got to understand, you got to give that man that time to do those things. Otherwise, how do you expect him to execute properly? How do you expect him to, um, like in my words, be great? How do you expect that man to be great? You know what I'm saying? It's like we brag on the good fathers. You brag on these good things, but it's a process to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. It just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It's things that happen in between that gets you to that point to be deemed great. Sacrifices have to be made to be great.
Right. And you have to hold the vision. What I mean, God didn't. You can't expect everybody to follow you because He didn't give everybody the vision. You know what I'm saying? So you have to
Right.
have that understanding too. What I mean, that okay, everybody's not seeing how I'm seeing. So I really can't take your opinion into consideration too much because again, you don't really understand the play fully. You know what I'm saying? But once we get to the finish line, you're gonna be there with me. You know what I'm saying? That's all a part of the submissiveness of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it comes down to the man holding down that vision. You know what I'm saying, and sticking through it to the end.
Oh yeah.
So that definitely has to follow.
Oh yeah. I agree 120%, my brother. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to explain to a lot of people about that man has to have the vision. You know what I'm saying? You have to let him lead. A lot of people don't truly understand the essence of leadership. The essence of the leadership. Um, Especially when it comes to the dynamic of building a family. You see what I'm saying? Building a family
All
and
right.
how that dynamic operates, we gotta understand is roles. There's things that we are implanted, just like I said, even when it comes to the emotional versus the non-emotional. It's a reason why we're like that. You see what I'm saying? It's a reason why women can create breast milk. It's a reason why men create and grow face hair the way we do. It's a reason why we have, you know what I'm saying? It's our hormones. Our hormones are totally different from each other. It's a reason why our hormones are totally different from each other. It's a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to understand the nature of how we move and how we operate to understand each other, to be able to respect the time, the effort of how we build and grow things. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a woman's nature to take 8 to 9 months to create and bring new life out here. I can't rush her and say, man, you need to hurry up and push this baby out in 4 months. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
facts.
you need to push this shot and you need to push this shot in 4 months. We got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
I gotta respect her nature and her position. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
everybody
saying?
got to play their role, man. Everybody got to play their
Right,
role. They got to know their role and
right,
play it well.
right. It's important. You know what I'm saying? Like that timing is so important, and we can't go back and forth with that because time is of an essence. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta understand, like, and a woman really gotta understand this part. And we can battle the whole equality mindset of things. But at the end of the day, if me and you and the kids are in the house and the man is outside cocking a rifle, who's going outside and who's protecting the kids? Who's going outside? You see what I'm saying? Who's going outside to protect those kids? Me. I am my position as a man is to die for mine. I don't expect my wife to die for mine. I'm here to die for mine. I need her to protect and nurture and care for them kids so they won't panic and lose their shit while I go out there and protect mine. That's the nature of this situation. We fight and we battle so much with the unnatural, realistic situation, and we'll try to pick and choose what who does what and what does who. But at the bottom line, when shit hit the fan, you gonna really see where your position fall. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because if you're pregnant, you're not finna go out there and start shooting. No, I'm gonna tell you to sit down and let me go protect the household. It's not gonna be you go outside and protect the household when I take care of the kids. That's not how it works. How does that look? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like we
Hmm.
gotta stop talking about, you know what I'm saying? We have the equal mindset of how things operate when the nature is if you implant that mindset and the same people that say that if they look at you and they see you at the house chilling while your woman is protecting the household, they gonna look at you crazy. But at the same time, they gonna say, "Hey, we want equal mindset. We have equal position. We have equal idea." You know what I'm saying? No, it's not. It's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the nature of each mindset, we're like, man, that nigga ain't shit.
Yeah, you're learning to think some
You know what
people,
I'm
but
saying?
nah, bro.
Yeah, it's not the
Different
same.
strokes for different folks.
Right? It's not the same. And this is one thing I always ask people. You got to give a man time to process, to plan, to be successful, and lead properly. And the
Right. You
reason
can't rush the
why,
process.
huh?
Can't rush the process. You're right.
Right. You can't. The reason why, it's the same reason why women do not applaud and appreciate a man that has his family homeless downtown laying on concrete. He might love his wife to death. They might got all kinds of love for each other. They might he probably talked to his woman, hold her every night, all the time. But guess what? He do not get noticed or appreciated. Why? Because he was not a leader and he did not create results. He didn't create results. They're not even looking at her at that point. They're not going to value his position because as a man, everybody's gonna look at him and say, why does he got them out here on this concrete? They're not gonna say why she got them out there on the concrete. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thinks like
Hmm.
that. Why?
Yeah,
Because in
yeah.
our
They gonna
nature,
look at you rise or fall.
exactly, nobody's gonna look at that in the
Win,
nature
lose
of
or
a
draw. They're gonna.
you,
Yeah.
yes, you're the decision maker. You're the decision maker. If you fuck up, trust me, it's on you. If y'all win, shit. You know what I'm saying? You reap the rewards of the win. But if you fuck up, oh, it's on you. It's on you. You know what I'm saying? It's on you. Hold on.
Yeah, lost my brother there, but yeah, what are some of the things he was saying were definitely right. All the things he was saying was right. It's a part of being a man. It's all a part of the role that you have to play. It's holding it down, being efficient, being accountable. For the actions of your whole entire family, not just yourself. So you definitely, regardless of what anybody is gonna say outside, whether it be a female or her mama or whoever, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, you're solely accountable for whether food's on your plate, if whether your bills are paid in your household, you know what I mean? Or, regardless of you like it or not, that position will be taken from what will be taken away from you. You know what I mean? And so you definitely just gotta hold it down from that standpoint.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man,
Definitely.
had to kick in. You clicked out for a quick second, man. So I just had to
Yeah.
kick in real quick.
Yeah, I'm over here pushing buttons and shit, man, messing with stuff. Next topic. We care different. Um, and it actually tied into a little bit of what, you know what I'm saying, we kind of touched on. Like, perfect example. The way I show my care for my kids is totally different the way their mother will show care to them. The illustration of caring is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. Um, even the outcomes of how your kids approach you, it's gonna be the same, but they're gonna understand that the way I approach them and the mother approach them is gonna be different. You're gonna still get the same outcome.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You still gonna get the same outcome. Like I'm tough. I'm firm. But guess what? I still get that equal respect from them. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
She can be cuddling and, you know what I'm saying, touchy feely, and they'll give her that respect. But it's all about creating a clear, transparent understanding with your kids to understand that the way you care and the way she cares is different. They got to understand that, because when they get older, they're gonna have a time. They're gonna have a hard time understanding why they they approach their kids that way. Because if a young man, and this is why I think society is getting really jacked up now, because like what happens is a young man that has a kid too early in life and doesn't have a father around, and he has a kid, he don't even really know how to raise his son. He has no idea. And sometimes what happens is he will raise his son the same way his mother raised him. And it can cause a very unorthodox type of situation, because he don't even know how to raise him to be a man. He's raising him.
Dysfunctional.
Right, you're raising him based off of a woman's method and not from a man's point of view. You see what I'm saying? And that's the scary part. You know what I'm saying? It's very important for a mother to understand that position when it comes to the man, the son dynamic, and the mother and daughter dynamic. That is very important. It is very important to understand, like, even with me, um, as it's weird. Okay, it's like as they get older, the term as they get older, depending on the gender, is going to dictate who spend times with the mother or the father. Perfect example. So as my sons get older, they spend more time with me. As
Hmm.
my daughters get older, they spend more time with my wife. You see what I'm saying? When my daughter is like right now at the perfect time, like Rianne. This is the perfect time for me to be on her now versus me being on her when she hit 16. Because when if I get in her life later, I ain't gonna be able to tell her shit.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna be able to tell her nothing. I gotta build that firmness at the beginning when she's as she's getting older. You dig what I'm saying? Because once she gets to that puberty age and she's smelling herself and this and this and that, I gotta make sure I already got that I kind of break you down, build you up mindset. So when she become a teenager, I can deal with her easier. It's not gonna be technically easier. It's still gonna be hard, but
Oh
I will
yeah.
have more of control. You see what I'm saying? I have way more control versus if I jump in her life when she's 16. That
Right.
shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? It don't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It does not work. The man got to be in the especially the female, gotta be in her life when she's younger. And as she get older, she can be with her mom. And this is why this dynamic is so cool. And I studied this shit and I had to learn it. You gotta understand, as she get older,
Hmm.
now she's got to learn how to be what? A wife and a mother. I can't teach her that shit. That's her mother's position. And that's one thing I tell mine. Like, listen, when she get at this age, it's on you now. You gotta teach her how to be a wife. You gotta teach her how to be a mother. That's not my position. You know what I'm saying? That's not my position. That's important. I know my position. My position is when my sons get older, that's who I gotta attack. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that needs to be spending way more time with me, not my daughters. Because my daughters don't need to know how to be a husband. They need to know how to be a mother. They need to know how to be a wife. They don't know how to be, they don't know how to need to be me. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So they gotta learn these things. They gotta be in that damn kitchen. They gotta see how my wife moves. They gotta see how they gotta get that feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Not they can't get too much of my masculine energy when they get older. That's why I give them a little bit of something as they're younger. And then when my sons get older, they come to me because one thing, the reason why like the mother needs to be with the son when he's younger, he needs to be around her because he's got to have some kind of understanding about how a woman is emotional and how to deal with her when she's emotional. Because if you don't have that understanding of how to deal with a woman when she's emotional, when you become a teenager and you start trying to date women, you're gonna have a negative connotation of how women are, and you're like, she crazy, I don't want to be with her. She crazy, I don't want to be with her. But if you actually understand this kind of shit when you're younger by being with your mom, then you understand, okay, I get why she's like that. You see what I'm saying? I get
Right.
why she's like that. Because you've seen it when you were younger. And you can decipher it. Because guess what? When you see this stuff, guess who you go to have these conversations as you get older? You go to the father. You go to your father. And you have these conversations, and you say, "Dad, why she's moody at this time of the week? Like last week she was cool, and this week she's acting weird. Oh, son, it's time of the month. She having a period. Her hormones are crazy. Oh, I get it. That's why you know what I'm saying. They'll be able to put things together better. That's why that two dynamic household thing is so goddamn powerful because you're able to understand people and understand your position, understand how to handle and how a household is really handled because you have the sources to communicate with people in your household from a kid to a teenager, and you can grow effectively with no trauma. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier for a kid in a two household when they get older to understand the difference of caring. The difference of caring is so easy because what happens is when we don't understand that, when they start dating, especially like I hate to say it, like women, when women date, they don't they have they all they want a man that's emotional. Like Why the hell you want a man that's emotional? I want a man that feels this and
Can
feel that.
express
Yeah.
his emotions, know how to, yeah, express them. Yeah.
And that's because of the lack of the father that you didn't have in your life. You know what I'm saying? Or the man, we want a woman that got an attitude, that's very opinionated, that always want to talk back and yell. This like we want that shit because we don't really we didn't have a mother in our life that that she was a single mom. You see what I'm saying? When you have a single mom, she takes on two roles in her head and she becomes very masculine. And then the son, that's all he knows is a woman that's masculine, that tells you what to do, that talks hard, that does, and then you don't even really know what a feminine woman is. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get
Hmm.
out here in this world and you start becoming a man and you start being around men, and then you start conflicting on what type of woman you need. You know what I'm saying? These are the traumas of the issues of what we have in our society, especially in our community, because we do not understand the difference of caring. We don't understand the difference. Anything you
Yeah,
want to touch on that?
it's a lighthearted, it's a lightheartedness, it's a thoughtlessness, you know. I mean, it's not something that we put too much thought into, and that's why we fall into those issues. You know, we I liken it to, sleepwalking through life and sleepwalking through different situations where we don't really understand how it's going to affect us in the long run and affect our children and affect our relationships, you know what I mean? But you got to be mindful about everything that you just discussed, you know what I mean? Because if you don't, then you're not going to think to care, you know what I mean? Caring is not going to come into your wheelhouse. Why? You know what I mean? Because it's not something that's passing through your mind. But if you're thoughtful about everybody that's around you, how they're feeling, how they're operating, how they should be operating, how you play a part in that, you know what I mean, how you drive and dictate those things, then you know what I mean, you'll care a lot more about it. You know what I mean, you place a lot more value on it. Well, a lot of people, man, they just kind of, care about themselves, care about, kind of their facade or their own self image, not realizing that their image is being portrayed through their family, through their wife and kids, or their lady and their kids. So yeah, yeah.
Right. No doubt. No doubt. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey, let's talk of this one. This is a good one. I like this one. I left this one last on purpose. We do, as fathers, as men, as husbands, we do not expect mothers, wives, girlfriends, etc. We do not expect y'all to understand. We don't expect y'all to understand. We do not expect y'all to understand father, being a father. We don't expect y'all to understand that. Why? Because you're a mother. Like we don't expect y'all to understand that. We just need you to support what comes out our mouth. If you have invested in your time to create life with me, then I should not have to completely validate, confirm, and justify my thought process or the stuff I have to decide and embark on as a father with you. I need you to support it. You don't always going to understand it because at the end of the day, you're a woman, I'm a man, you're a mother, I'm a father. The titles aren't the same. 10 minus 5 does not equal 38. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. And it's like we keep fighting that all the time. It's like, I gotta understand. I gotta know. I gotta understand. Like all you need to grasp is that if I have agreed to accept this man in my life, if I have agreed to create life with this person, and I have agreed to share a life with you that we are developing and building, then you've already put the trust there. Trust is the act of not knowing. It's the unknown. You're not gonna understand everything. That's what the faith and stuff come in at. It's like we preach this whole having faith and loyalty and trust and all that, but a lot of us don't even really know the true definition to what that stuff really means, nor do we even apply it to our day-to-day lives when it comes to a relationship, let alone with a man. It's like you got to know, you got to understand. No, you're not going to always understand, and you're not always going to know. You got to have faith and support that man if you're going to agree to put that man in your life.
Yeah, if you decide to make that decision, that solely rests on you. I mean, you gotta live and die by your decisions. But if you do, you yourself gotta trust that you made a good decision, and trust in the partner, that you put your faith in as a female. What I mean? You gotta trust that you made the right decision.
Yeah,
Man, so like if you don't feel that you made that right decision, you always gonna constantly second guess the situation. You're not gonna trust his decisions. Because why? You don't trust him. You don't trust. So why are you with that person? You know what I'm saying? You gotta go back and analyze. You know what I'm saying? Why you chose to be with that person if you're not gonna let them lead you. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Gotta. You're not going to stand. You're just not going to stand.
hmm
You're not.
long and short
Like,
of it, like you could stay, you could, because here's the deal, like you're either gonna be together, you're not gonna be together. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, if you're not together, you're going down a road that's gonna lead your family, in a totally different direction than it could be, as if you were submissive and listened to the person and trusted the person that you with, to lead you. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to know everything. Your role is to play your part, in the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
real
So it's
talk.
all a full circle type thing. It's all a full circle. But you gotta live and by your decisions. But you gotta realize your decisions don't only affect you; they affect your whole family now. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And as a woman, that's their burden to bear. And as a man, your burden to bear is, the responsibility of the overall picture.
No doubt.
So
No
yeah,
doubt.
yeah.
I'm with it. Hey, it's the final thought. What's your final thoughts on everything we just broke down a little bit?
Oh man, my final thought is it's hard out here for a pimp, man. It's hard out here for a pimp. But it's even harder out here for a real man. You know what I'm saying? Because a pimp, you don't really take responsibility for all this female's actions. Only the ones that bring him money. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to a man, like we're responsible for all the actions. And we're dishing out the majority of the money. You know what I'm saying? Almost
Yeah.
sounds better to be a pimp. But you know what I'm saying, to take on the responsibility of a real man
Yeah.
is something that creates a lot of anxiety, but it creates a lot of self pride and just a lot of self fulfillment as well if you're doing it right. So yeah,
No
let's
doubt.
get it.
No doubt. No doubt. Hey, all right. Well, this is my final thought, man. Man, like, this is the thing. When it comes to fatherhood, my overall viewpoint is when I was growing up, I always tried to really find and connect and really and when I was looking and finding, I was actually trying to look and find myself. But I was looking and trying to find that father figure to emulate. You know what I'm saying? And because that is what will allow me to complete myself to be the man that I needed to be. And through my journey of coming into manhood, I had to really dig deep into me to really truly understand what are the essence of being a father figure. And through that journey, I bypassed a lot of people. And, I looked at people work ethnics. I looked at what people drove, what they wore, how their reputation was. And their tones, uh, how they approached people, how they approached their wives. I looked at all those things, and I nitpicked, and I'm like, and I nitpicked. And what's so crazy is that over this journey of really getting all this together, because people gotta understand, like, I didn't have my dad in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have him, so I had to go on through that journey. I had to make that decision as a young male to find that right person to give me the game. And a lot of young males, sometimes we don't search for it. Sometimes we'll be like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. But in reality, we ain't. And I knew I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, man, like, I really need to find that father figure, because I know I wasn't at my best version or at the potential that I really could be. And so as I got older, I found two people that was very, very, very valuable in my life. And what's so crazy is, like, their backgrounds was different, but their impact was very similar. You know what I'm saying? Their impact was very similar. One had a very great college background, military background, had you know what I'm saying, had the stars and stripes, the sparkle. You know what I'm saying? Had the great resume. He had the great resume. And with that great resume, you know what I'm saying, it was things I learned from him that put me in the mindset of understanding uh the corporate America side of being a father. I think that's the best way to place it. I learned how to be a corporate America husband and a corporate America father, in the sense of um just learning how to budget, pay bills. You know what I'm saying? The standards of those things. You know what I'm saying? And I learned that from him. And then the other one, I learned he didn't have the resume, but he had the reputation. He had the reputation, and he had the old school way. He had the old school way. He had the reputation, and he had the aura. He had an aura. You know what I'm saying? He had the aura, the tone, the talk, to where he only says one thing one time. He never repeated himself, and he didn't talk a lot. The other one talked a lot, but he didn't talk a lot. He said maybe one, two sentences, and damn it, you better listen to that shit. You better remember it, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? He said it, and when he said it in a deep, commanding voice. He was very old school. You know what I'm saying? He's still old school to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, like, he got a flip phone. He don't have all this new he has a flip phone, and he don't even barely understand how to operate that flip phone. He used to, like, give me his phone, and I used to have to put numbers in it that he used to have written down on a piece of paper. He'd be like, hey, put these number in my phone. Like, that's the way he operate. You know what I'm saying? He was like the long he was a landscaper. He did janitorial work. He was like, he wasn't like what you call what the high quality 6-figure type of dude. He was that work hard, bust your ass, get dirty type of man. You know what I'm saying? And he was very respected in the community. I respected him, and he taught me the outdoory type man, the real raw, get bloody type of man, the husband. You know what I'm saying? From not a corporate side, but from I guess what's the word I'm looking for? A traditional side of what men did outside of a uniform. You know what I'm saying? That
Uh-huh.
firmness. You see what I'm saying? Like that firmness that when you walk in the house, everybody shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And I embedded that. You know what I'm saying? I learned as much as I could from them, and I applied that to my everyday life. To I use that now. When I walk in the house, everybody goes and gets in check. It's because that's how I learned from him. He taught me that. You know what I'm saying? And with those two, it helped me become and truly understand manhood and fatherhood. And I pray that all young men out here, young males, have the opportunity that I had, that I was blessed to have those type of men come in my life and show me those things. Because man, like shit, if it wasn't for them, man, I know for a fact I would not be on this goddamn thing talking and giving this information. It was a blessing because the stats, the statistics for me to be either dead or in jail and out there fucked up, it was very high for me. I'm fucking lucky. I'm extremely lucky because the odds was not at my favor. But that's my final thought.
That's tight, brother. That's tight.
Yeah, yeah, man. Hey, other than that, man, you got anything else? I'm about to close it.
No, brother, always insightful, man. Always insightful. Definitely know your point of view, man. It comes from a
Yeah,
very militant standpoint.
yeah,
But yeah, it's definitely something the world needs to take heed to. Cause Lord,
yeah.
it's getting crazy. But no, man, I'm just keeping busy, bro. I'm just ripping and running, trying to do my part. I'm trying to do my part out here.
Hey, man, you're doing it well, my brother.
Yes,
Hey, it's been a good one, my brother. Hey, man, like I said, I'm here for you, man. If you ever need me, man, get at your boy.
yeah, man. I'm running a lot of different businesses, man. So I got a lot of different hats. Trying not to get
Yeah.
behind that truck no more, so I'm pushing into
Hey,
over gear, bro.
I ain't
Yeah,
mad at
man.
you.
But holla at me, bro. I'll be around. I'll be down in Georgia sometime by the end of the month.
No doubt. Link up. We'll link up.
All right, big dog. Till next
Hey,
time. It's
next
Nino.
time. Peace. I want to do my